feeds to them. And if we're going to make a change here, we have to change the grid. We can't just go off the grid. It's not enough to do the right thing in our personal lives. We have to engage in social action, and that's what you're doing today, and that's what your leaders have been organizing for you. And so you're all leaders. Take it out and expand it and keep it growing. I'm going to say something a little confusing to you. Today in Massachusetts, the #1 killer of young people is not climate change, right? Maybe it's OxyContin, maybe it's AIDS, who knows what's, maybe it's auto accidents. There's a whole lot of things out there that are hurting people. Some of those things, some of the problems that are on the public radar screen have the potential to engulf the world, just as the climate change problem clearly does. So, epidemic of some new flu virus could do a lot of damage to everybody in the world. Expansion of conflict in the Middle East could do a lot of damage to the world. So that's the challenge for you and for me and for everybody else who cares about climate change, is to rise above the din of these problems that have perhaps a more immediate impact, and to hold on to the vision of how serious the long-term consequences of climate change are going to be. But if we're going to have the influence that we want to have, what we have to do is find a way to make common cause with other issues. Now, why do we have a problem of climate change? You know, because we are burning fossil fuels in all kinds of different forms for all kinds of different purposes. But now, why are we ripping the tops off of mountains and poisoning streams in our beautiful southern states so we can keep burning fossil fuels, right? Why are young city kids suffering from high rates of asthma? Because the people around them keep fossil fuels. Thank you. Why are we, as a culture, getting unhealthy? Why aren't we getting enough exercise? Because we're going places by burning fossil fuels. That's what I'm talking about. Now, why are we in the Middle East? Because so we can secure the access to oil so we can burn fossil fuels. Thank you, conjugating verbs even. No. And what has driven most of the conflicts of the 20th century, and what's going to keep driving conflicts in the 21st century? It's our desire to keep burning fossil fuels. That's what it is. And so what stands in the way of our transition to a different kind of world, to a world of collaboration as opposed to a world of fighting over scarce resources? Our habit of burning fossil fuels. That is the addiction we need to get beyond. And it's not just about climate change. It's about a whole lot of other things. So, you're going to start with the place of climate change. But keep in mind that this fits with a whole change of the way we do business, the way we live, and the way the world gets along together. And it's the right change. And what we have to do is stop burning fossil fuels. What do we have to stop? Burning fossil fuels. What do we have to stop? Burning fossil fuels. Well, that's it. And I congratulate you for your leadership and taking us in the right direction, because that's about what the next 10 years of struggle are here. So thank you very much for having me here today, and thank you all for being here.